All right, we know how to work with text files inside of Python, all using the open method. We've been able to open the file, store it away inside of a variable, and then utilize the read or read line methods to be able to interact with the content within that document. In this case, be able to read the content. Now, the next step is to be able to write to the document. Let's take a look, and it's going to be just as simple. I've got the notepad document, the text file, sales underscore data. It's got January through December and some dollar amounts. Now, I want to be able to write additional content to this document. All right, let's get rid of it. I'm going to close that. Back into my Python file here. I've still got the f variable, still equal to the open function, opening the sales data.txt file, and it's in read mode. All right, pound r equals read. Great. Well, I don't want to read anymore, and now I want to be able to write to the document. So, what do you think? I'm going to replace that r with maybe a w? I mean, that logically, that makes sense, right? You got r for read. If you want to write, then we'll put a w in there. Sounds good. But there's actually two different write modes that you can work with within the open method. You've got the w, which is write, but then you've also got a, which is append. Now, if you use just the w, you will write to the document, but it'll wipe out whatever's currently in there and replace it with what you write. That's not what I want. I want to keep what I have currently in that document, and I want to append to the existing content. So I'm going to wipe out the W, which is write, W-R-I-T-E, write, and I'm going to replace it with an A, which is, it's a write operation, but it's an append write operation. So now that I've got that clear, if you got any questions on that, jump into the Q&A section, ask your questions. Okay, always do that. All right, so now that I've got it there, now I want to be able to write to that document. So I'm going to say f.write. It's kind of like the read, right? f.read, but now we want to write to it. f.write, and let's say we're going to put in the next year's data. So I'm going to bring in another January. Let's say this is 2019, which isn't that far off. And I'm going to put in a dollar amount. Let's say they made $2,500. All right, let's close that. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'll F5 to execute this. Now, I didn't output anything, so nothing shows up in the shell other than it restarted. Well, let's go open up the text file. And, oh wait, it's not there. I got my January through December. Those are all the old ones. I just wrote January 2019, $2,500. Where's it at? It's not there. All right. There's one extra thing that we need to do here. You've written to the document. You opened it. It's in append mode. You've written to it. But now, in order to see the results, you need to finalize the document. And essentially, we do that. F's the file, right? That's what we opened. Look at all those arguments right there, or all those functions that we can take advantage of. The one that I'm looking for is close. We need to finalize it. We need to close the document, and then the update will take place. All right, let's try this again. So I'll save that, F5. So I restarted it, no errors. Let's reopen the text file. And, well, there it is, sort of. We've got our January 2019 $2,500. All right, so we've been able to use the write function to be able to write to the document. Now, there's something I'd like to fix there. That should be a whole new line, right? Whole new line in there. Right now, just utilizing the write method, it's just, it put it in there. It appended it using the A, right? The A mode for the open method, but it's putting it up on the same line. It's literally appending it to the line, the last line within the document. Well, there's a few ways that we can fix this. Here's one of them. Let me delete that. I'll close and save. So something we can do here is in the write method, we're going to write that text, but we also want to write a new line. So I am going to do a /n, and that represents a new line inside of this string. We not only want to put that text, but we want a brand new line in there as well. All right, I'm going to save this. I'm going to F5. All right, restarts. Let's open it up. Up, /n. Let's get this right. I got to get rid of that. So this is going to be a backslash. Let's try it one more time. Rerun. And there it is on its own line. So that's my bad. I got to remember my slashes. \n is a new line within the string. We want to write this text, but prefix it with a brand new line in there. That's it. Let's put a little comment in there so I'll remember. So pound \n equals new line. That's it. Try this out. Get the file open. Make sure you're swapping it over to the append mode. Then we'll start writing to the document, get it on a new line, output the text, and make sure you close it as well. If you don't close it, it won't update until that document is closed. Now, just for kicks, if I change this to W, which is right, let's go ahead and save, and we'll run this again. All right, successfully went through. So look here, new line, there it is, brand new line, but it wiped out all the previous content, and I've got my document. That's great if you want to wipe out the existing content. Remember, R read, A append, W write. Append is a write mode, but you're appending to the existing content. All right, try them out. Try all of them out. Get a feel for working with the open method and reading and writing to those text files.